y'all. Welcome to the Big Girl Radio. This is episode 2, y'all. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Welcome to the Big Girl community. It's a sisterhood, it's a friendship, it's a group, okay, you guys? Definitely feel free to just engage. If you don't engage, engaging is liking alive. So don't feel like, this is a safe space for us all to speak with one another. We talk about spicy topics. We talk about controversy topics. This is not a podcast where we argue or we debate. You talk about personal experiences early. Let's get into it. So today's episode 2, is do plus size women get judged more for having high standards? I feel like it's a topic to be discussed because as a plus size woman, it seems as if we are supposed to just settle. Because I'm heavier set and the people of society is so fatphobic that I am supposed to settle for the bottom of the barrel. And baby, I'm not settling for nothing. Okay? Everyone has their preferences. Everyone has their do and don'ts of a relationship. By me being heavier set or plus size, that does not mean that my standards go out the window. Okay? So knowing your worth. So, okay. I feel like as a woman, it takes time to know your worth because you're dating, you're getting to know people. Like you can have confidence and still not know what you deserve. You don't know what you deserve until you start dating people and mingling and getting to understand that, your do's and don'ts of things that you like and how you should be treated. And I feel like as a plus size woman, it's expected for us to be watered down because it's like, oh, you're heavy set. Like, you should be grateful that somebody wants to be with you. Is you cool? Is you all right? Like, I should be grateful that someone's taking me on a date. I should be grateful that someone wants to have a conversation with me. I'm a good person. Why everything is always zoned around my build as a person? So I feel like as far as, a lot of it has to do with knowing your worth and having confidence within yourself and not allowing people to tell you what your standards should be. It's like men have no problem with saying their standards. A man would tell you that a man would simply tell you that, oh, I don't like big girls. It's a preference. Okay, so if I don't want to be with somebody that smokes, that's a preference. If I want to be with somebody who don't have a car, that's a preference. If I want to be with somebody who don't have kids, that is a preference. My preferences don't go out the window because I'm heavier set. It's not a free for all. And I feel like a lot of people, a lot of men, people in general, feel like you should water down your preferences because of your weight as if it's like it's an honor. Like, have you guys, y'all in the chat, have you guys have experienced that, men or women? Because I feel like being heavier saying got nothing to do with the gender. We all get treated the same. They look at us like you should be grateful that I'm a hottie, I'm a baddie, I'm a size 0. They want me, and it's like you supposed to be just chasing after her because you a little husk. Like no. So when it comes to knowing your worth, it's understanding that your preference is your standard that you set for yourself and that nobody plays a part in that besides you. Completely just you. Another thing is that do plus size women feel like they are expected to settle? That's another question. So I'm gonna let you guys think on that. Let's see. A lot of men fantasize plus size women as well. They desire plus size women privately, but keep quiet. Yes. And it's kind of like, who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Like, if you are someone that likes a heavier set woman, why is it something that you have to kind of keep on a down low? And it's like, are you trying to impress the homeboys, or are you more so trying to grow with this person and get to know them? I feel like people miss out on a lot of good people in their lives because you're too busy focused on what they look on the outside and not on the inside. Yes, be attracted to the person. Like, you don't want to be with somebody you don't find attractive. But if you are attracted to that person, why would you allow Ricky over here with no car, sleeping on his mama couch, talk to you about relationships when he ain't got nowhere to stay? He ain't got a pot to piss in or a fucking window to throw the motherfucker out. He telling you who you should date and how they should look. And then let's get into this conversation of when it comes as being a woman. I don't want my homegirls to find my partner or my type attractive. Women don't like that. Like women don't. When we show each other, if we show the homeboy and show like, oh, I'm talking to whoopie whoop whoop, they be like, that's your type. We love that. But you men, y'all would show a picture, but oh yeah, she bad, da, da, da. And it's just kind of like, why do y'all seek validation from other men? Like, why do you want your partners to find your girl cute? Like, that's just weird to me. Like, is y'all really friends? Like, is y'all really homeboys? But then y'all get mad when like the girl be like, I picked the wrong homeboy. Men are attracted to having trophy wives. That is a deep statement because it's the truth. It's an image thing. Because they quick to talk about how somebody don't got something. It's plenty of men that I know that dated women in general, like just beautiful women, and like they ain't have shit. They're quick to put us women against each other. So they're quick to be like, oh, well, my girl's bad, and whoopty whoop whoop, and da 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 da. But then, soon as he talks with the homeboy, they be like, oh, I'm tired of picking her up. She ain't got no car, she ain't got no job, she ain't got this, she ain't got that. But let it be to the next female, then it's, oh, she all that in a bag of chips. So it's like, is it really a trophy wife? Or you just wanting something you just want to feel validated. You want to feel validated like you doing something because you don't feel secure about yourself. Could that be a thing? I want every woman from my podcast to understand that you are beautiful in your own way. Being a content creator, I have exposed myself to the fucking humans of America, of the world, and they're fucking mean. Like the amount of comments that I get off of just uplifting women, and it's how people just turn and flip and toss it as if like they take my confidence as cockiness. Like I'm overly obsessed of myself. And I'm like, there's plenty of women that are obsessed with themselves that love themselves. But it's like when it comes to a plus size woman loving herself, it's like the questions that I get in the comments is like, are you really bad? Like, look at how you're built. Look at this. Look at that. And it's just kind of like the conversation turns into when I say, oh, well, I mean, your homeboy in my DMs, your homeboy calling my phone. Then it turns into, oh, he's just whatever. Like, he don't have this, he don't have that. Like, just no shade, no tea. But I've never messed with the homeboy with no car. I've never messed with the homeboy with they own spot, they own money. Like, I get the homeboy that everybody want. No shade. But it's just like how society just makes it seem like when you can have a pick and you can have a leg to stand on in this conversation once you lose weight. And I feel like what's the difference in my size is right now versus what I should be experiencing when my size is smaller. So I just feel like that is just something that a lot of us have to do. And I just want people to know that like you are beautiful the way you are. Please do not let anybody in a child tell you, because I'm going to say it and I'm going to say it nicely. These motherfuckers love their mama. Their mama be missing teeth on the side. Their mama be sitting there fucking with Roger down the street on that goddamn bike. Okay? On a bike with a dirty white tee on with no money on the couch. So don't let somebody tell you how you should measure your confidence, how you should measure your preference. None of that. Plus size women and people have to rely heavily on personality. You see this in the media, the fat, funny one. It's that it really is. And I genuinely feel like I have watched a lot of women that have really good personalities, and their personalities get turned, they become evil because they're internalizing the hate that they get from society, and it's like they're now living in this place of like, do I really feel this way about myself? Society will make you question how you feel about yourself if you let it. Like, if you read the comments, if you take your time out your day to really like invest your time into really what people are wanting you to see, you start to internalize that. And that's why I feel like we need spaces on TikTok where we are able to push out that negativity and internalize positivity. It's not shown on the internet. And it's just kind of like, I talk about Lizzo a lot because prior to Lizzo losing weight, she was popping to me. I don't know about y'all, but to me. But it was the fact that she didn't get that attention that she's getting now until she lost weight. People didn't care about Lizzo or found Lizzo attractive until Lizzo went, I want to say she went vegan. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. If I'm correct, she went vegan. Right. Like, don't crack the jokes on yourself because words have power. And, she's very talented. I don't want to say what. She's very talented. And just see how she, you know, went from this angle of showing off her talent musically. Out of nowhere, you're promoting weight loss. I'm a big advocate for losing weight when you're doing it for the right reason. If you have health issues, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical practitioner, I'm not nothing, I'm just D. If you are unhealthy and your blood pressure is high, your glucose, your insulin, on the brink of diabetes, of course, health is wealth. Take care of yourself. But if you are just a heavy set woman and ain't nothing wrong with you medical wise, I do not believe that women should force themselves to take medication that is not needed for their body because ain't nothing wrong with them to now be into a body that people want them to be in. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much weight you lose, if you don't feel good about yourself, you're not gonna feel. If you don't feel good about yourself, 300 pounds, you're not gonna feel good about yourself 100 pounds. It's always gonna be something wrong with you that you gonna find about you when you don't love yourself. And the biggest example I get is that you have women who lose drastic people. We're not gonna say women. We're gonna say people, because men do it too. Men do it too. Men get in that gym. They don't eat. They don't do nothing, and they just bust, bust, bust. And it's like they mad that they didn't got the triceps and the biceps and the buffs. Your body ain't built like that, bro. So I don't care how much weight you lost. If you don't really feel good about yourself, you're not going to feel it, despite of how you're trying to fit in this image. The meds is causing more harm because your body shouldn't lose weight that fast, and it is. And it's just like, we're gonna have an honest honor society moment right now. I have considered the gastric sleeve and Ozempic. Hear me out. They almost got a bitch. But a bitch is scared. So when I was going through the process of, getting the gastric sleeve, I was seeing results. Folks I was seeing was looking good. But then I had to think about it where I kind of was a little curious is, what about this skin I got? I'm a different type of plus size. Like, I can't see. I can't, call them wings, call them what you want, but like I can't. Where will all the skin go once the weight reduces? Child, they talk about you gonna have to get skin surgery. What? And all I can think about is like, I don't want those scars on my body. Like, I don't want to have slits all over my body of like, no, I knew in my heart that like I would be more insecure, and it is nothing wrong. This is just my opinions, my feelings. I knew for a fact that I would feel more insecure about having a line down my arm that was not there, that I did myself, than just having a big ass arm. I would prefer to have a big ass arm. Like real shit. Like I just was like, I just didn't want that. I didn't want that body altering. It wasn't that deep for me. So then I thought about getting Ozempic. They lost me when they told me it was for people for on diabetes. If we gonna keep it a buck on the podcast, we're gonna keep it a buck on the podcast. And I'm so fearful of it triggering. Like, I don't even have diabetes. My blood is good. My sugar is good. I am good. And it's like the moment you tell me that people with diabetes use this medicine, immediately I was like, well, will that trigger this? Will that trigger that? What's the side effects? And it was just like these side effects that women are willing to sacrifice for an image. People, it was just like, I get it if you need it, but if you don't need it, why are you ingesting these things? Like, it just was just so, ooh, why are you ingesting these things? It just breaks my heart. And it's just that the fact that people are going to these extreme lengths and to still not feel good about themselves. It's like the girl off of Love Island, how they were like, she is the pure example of a big girl that lost weight. Don't know her name, never seen her before. If y'all know who I'm talking about, drop in the comments. But it was like going ballistic on TikTok and social media because they're like, oh, the way she's acting, the confidence that she has, and the way she's moving, and who she thinks she is. Because this is how a big person acts when they lose weight. They act brand new. What? And it's the fact that like this girl done literally lost weight, and y'all still talk about her in her big bone body. What? Like it's always gonna be something. It's always going to be something. And I feel like as a plus size woman, we are always being judged. And when we're talking about these things, as far as being judged and how we're being treated, it's a problem. We're complaining. We're doing too much. Like how the internet is treating Samaya right now is diabolical. Like, why? Because she's open about how these companies are filled. Yes, they need to make more sizes. Yes, the insulin, mind you, it's increasing insulin. Right, it makes you sick. And it's like, why are they prescribing? My doctor literally, like, my new doctor, because I had to switch. My new doctor was like, yeah, I don't just prescribe that to people. Like, homegirl was cool. She was like, you got people in here that ain't even obese, sitting here trying to opt in for the Ozempic. And then when the side effects hit the fan, everything going left and going right, and you come back to me talking about I did the malpractice. No. But it's gotten so bad that people are buying it illegally. I said, God damn. Y'all just do it. Y'all just child. I ain't buying shit like that illegally. Never. But it's just like I was saying with the whole Samaya thing, like people, and the cool part about it, it's people who are not even a part of the plus size community. Let's start there. I hate how people don't know when to mind their lane. Okay, if Samaya is talking about all you had to do was extend your plus size sizing, why is everybody talking about, well, she used to wear Old Navy. She used to wear Old Navy, and now she don't wear Old Navy, and now she complained about it. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck? It's online. She's not saying that they don't have plus size clothing. For some people, she do. They're not accessible. Period. Anybody that get on the internet and say that plus size clothing is accessible is lying. You're fucking lying. I cannot walk into the store and buy a cute outfit. If you're talking about accessible, how about this? The plus size line of clothes, let them cut that shit teeny weeny and you wear that. You wear a fucking curtain for a damn shirt. How about that? You wear slacks to the club. I don't wear slacks to no motherfucking club, bitch. So it's just like when y'all get to trying to talk about what she talk about, she ain't lying. And y'all just mad because she's putting these people on front blast because you want my money. That's the key. When I go into True Religion, because I'm a true girl, I go into True Religion, I ask them, what's the largest size you go to? We go to a size 34, we go to an extra large, which you can buy online. Right there, you want my money, right? Because you sell them in extra sizes. So you want my money. So why not make it accessible to give the money, to get the money? I'm in the store with the money. You rather redirect me because you feel like, oh, well, you don't want to, I shouldn't. It comes off as you don't really care for me in your clothes. It's a lot of brands that sell plus size clothing that are cute. They don't advertise it. Look at Rockstar. I'm yet to see a plus size model. And I'm not talking about no medium build. I'm talking about a torrid plus size model. Being tall and grim, half of them don't even have rows. Listen, like, exactly. She's pretty and has a Harvard degree, and people want to minimize stuff. Exactly. That woman is educated and smart. And people will put her down and are simply saying that she needs to be quiet. She's doing too much as a plus size girl. And then that's when it brings in the conversation of why is she being judged for having standards for how these companies expect her to buy their shit. Y'all feel like as a plus size woman, she should just this is what they give us. We should shut the fuck up and be okay with it. Like, exactly. Stay on them as you should. So it's like we should not have to water down the clothes that we wear, the things that we like. They want us to buy their shit. So if you want me to buy your stuff, you need to advertise it as if you want me fucking in it. And I feel like that's having a standard. Everybody think when we talking about plus size and we're talking about standards, everybody talk about men. Everybody ain't man hungry. Like, literally. Everybody ain't man hungry. Like the men in the pool of men, everybody worried. But having standards is what you set for yourself. So if you as a person feel like I am not going to, my standard is that I am going to purchase something from Macy's, my standard is that they should have this type of clothing. You want my money, right? Be inclusive. That's a standard. And I feel like we need to continue having our foots on their necks because just how everybody was quick to collaborate, stop certain businesses, to stop purchasing certain things. People is quick to cancel. Culture cancel is a big thing until you're talking about plus size conversations. Then it's kind of like, do we really care? So it's like, no, no. Another thing is, let's, where are we at with timing? Okay, doing good with time. Do we have any comments of what we have talked about, what we have said? I definitely want to get into the relationship aspect of it as well, even though we not man hungry, y'all. We always gotta talk about the women that are out there, you know, standards versus preference is different from, having somebody make you feel like because you are heavy set you should not have a preference. Another thing I want to also have you guys take away is that just because you are confident, you're not cocky. You're not. Can we kind of just like sit in that room of that? People want you to feel bad about yourself. And it's a repeating conversation because I feel like people need to hear me when I say that. And I don't care who said how I repeated it. I'm gonna say it. It all starts about what's within. And it's a lot of people who don't feel good about themselves within, so they feel like they should settle. You do not. You are welcome to have your own preference. Like I said a million times. Men have preference of who they like. Southwest got a motherfucking preference of who the fuck they want in they seat. Shit. It's just like, that shit is so crazy to me. Like, we gotta talk on that Southwest shit. Cause I just thought about that. And that Southwest shit had me blown. You are telling me that you are going to make me pay for two fucking seats The motherfucker next to me is uncomfortable. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all don't make people who are hella tall, because this what happened on me on the plane. I was pissed off. True story. I was on the plane. Where was I going? I was going to Atlanta. I was on, that was a long fucking flight. I was going to Atlanta with a layover, honey. And when I tell you that motherfucker in front of me was stretched out like this, like it was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. I literally told the lady, like, ma'am, he is in my lap. Like, literally, you know how when you're on a plane and you got that little photo thing, the thing was literally on me like this, and I'm looking at the lady like, he's literally he's in a whole different world. And she was like, oh, well, the seats are allowed to lean back. Y'all not charging nobody extra money because they extra fucking long in them damn seats? Why are you charging somebody who's wide? I'm so confused. Like, it be so one-sided. It be so one-sided for real. And it just was like, why not make the seats bigger? Like, anybody who travels will know that, like, they have gradually shrunk the fucking seats. What do you mean? But they feel like, oh, if you're heavy, so you're supposed to be like this. Like, oh yeah, they don't want you to spill over. If your hips is spilled over, or if the other person is not going to have the experience. So you rather charge me more than tell that motherfucker that want extra room to go to first class? Ain't that what first class is for? Extra room. I don't know. I feel like if you want extra room, you gotta sit by the emergency exit, or you gonna do first class, or pay that extra money to sit in the front. If you're trying to be cheap and comfortable, you're gonna have to be by the emergency exit, or you're gonna have to pay for that premium to sit in the fucking front. Outside of that, it sounds like you need to get on a plane that accommodates big ass fucking space. But it just was like for people to just emphasize, and it's like the amount of people that they were forcing to buy like a second seat. I just was like, I'm so happy I have not traveled, because I told myself, if they had told me some shit like that, baby, cancel the whole ticket. Give me my money back. Cancel the credit card. Let's start there. Like, you, what? I have to pay a second seat because the person that's next to me feel like they're uncomfortable. Bitch, I'm uncomfortable. These seats are already uncomfortable. Like, it's just the level of disrespect. But society has no problem with putting their preferences on plus size women. But then as soon as plus size women emphasize these things or say their feelings about their preference or how they're being treated by society, wise, rather it's relationships, freaking Southwest ass, fucking clothing stores. Soon as we say something, now we are stepping outside of our fucking boundary. We are supposed to be silent. We are supposed to be content. We are supposed to lose weight and be, when actually everybody is built different. Everybody is different sizes. Like, literally. Like, they make more clothes for smaller women because they feel like it looks better on them. We're going to call it spade a spade. That's what they think of us. They don't advertise plus size clothing because they feel like, they don't think we're flattering looking in them. Call a spade a spade. It's on us to continue to buy the shit. So if you have some people who prefer not to purchase they shit, I think that's fair. I feel like a lot of us should, it'll be hard for me, child. But I feel like a lot of us need to boycott these companies, these corporations, because you guys are quick to advertise a plus size person when nobody buying your shit. When nobody's buying your shit. And like, I'm trying to think through my mind, because I'm really in the fashion world when it comes to like clothing and name brand. I'm trying to think of clothes or places that sell plus size clothing and they have plus size, real plus size influencers, not models, not the Fashion Nova girls. I don't know. I feel like the Fashion Nova girls ain't big enough for me. That's just my point. I'm sticking to it. Like, when I think of plus size women, I think of torrid models. I want you to be built like me. No shade. I want you to be built like a regular ass person, not somebody that's 6'3" talking about they 300 pounds. A 6'5" person that's 300 pounds is gonna be built way different than a person that's 5'4", 300 pounds. It's more compressed. So yeah, no shade. No fucking shade. Um. So yeah, how do you guys feel about being judged? Have you guys went through any of these things where it's like you had a standard? Fashion is made by Europeans and they favor a certain body type. You know what? That is so true. They do that shit in Asia too. Like I was looking on TikTok this one time and this girl was like she wasn't even big. Them motherfuckers said she was big, honey. They was like, you need to go to the plus size mall. I said, damn. To what? Like she was like, I'm like a size like 12. And they're like, oh, that's big American. I screamed because I was just like, America is obese. Everybody in America is obese. And it's hella funny because it's like, all of America is obese, and the BMI metric was based off of white males. No shade. Like, that's where that whole calculation came from. That's why I'd be like, so y'all be talking shit. I'm obese by the BMI, but am I really obese? All the top designers, luxury brands are Europeans. Their sizes are different. That's why husky people don't be in that Burberry. They be in that polyester area. Cause uh-oh. Mm, is it still connecting? Y'all still there? Let me see. It said, hold on. Okay. Yeah, have you noticed like these big brands, Burberry, Tommy Hill. Oh, Tommy run little. Tommy run little, and it's like it's unfortunate because as a person that's plus size, I'm a part of the problem. That's why I respect Samaya so much because I've settled. I know for a fact these luxury brands don't want no one my size in their clothing. I will go to the fucking extent to buy a man's belt. I did it with Gucci. I really wanted a Gucci belt. I have a purse. I was like, it's cute. The ambiance is gonna be great. Their clothes don't. Their clothes aren't for me. And instead of me standing by that and be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not giving you my money. My goofy ass going buy a man's belt. So I'm like, it's something. It's an accessory. I feel like plus size women should be able to wear your stuff outside of just accessories. Because once again, we're going back to the conversation is my money is good enough, but my body being in your clothes isn't flattering enough. Like, what kind of shit is that? And we continue as a consumer, we constantly continue and continue and continue into letting these companies play in our fucking face. Literally. Instead of us sticking together and saying, you know what, we're going to boycott these. We're going to force them because literally forcing them to use extra fabric isn't going to hurt anybody. Yes, the best thing to help women fight back is through self love. And that's what the Big Girl Radio is completely based on. The Big Girl Radio is based off of, sharing experiences and just learning how different people love themselves because it took a lot of us. And some of us are still working on it. But it took a lot of us, it took some time. I know for me, it took some time to get where I'm at. It took some time to pop my shit. Like, it took some time. Like, I was young and timid, and now I'm grown. Oh, hello, pop the collar. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, what? Like, no, like, But we need places where, I've always said you have women that don't come from environments that pour into them positively. So with that happening, it's like a lot of women internalize those negative thoughts and those negative feelings, and they get out in the real world and they shelter themselves. Beautiful men, they shelter themselves because they're just like, they're so afraid of being just judged. And I feel like, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing that right. You got some haters, girl, you doing everything you need to do. Because, baby, you want to piss somebody off, be you, do you, be unapologetic. If you learn how to dress your body type, you can dress any size. And you know what's so crazy? I always say, I don't need to be, directed towards any size community. But I feel like, a lot of smaller girls can't dress. No shade. A lot of smaller girls, they flood themselves in brands. Like, it's really rare you get a smaller woman. They're out there. They're out there. There are a lot of smaller women that can dress. They put that on. When I tell you, they be wearing green, blue, yellow. They wear all types of motherfucking colors. Like, they put that shit on. But a lot of plus size women dress way better than smaller girls, for sure. Like, and people try to water that down, and it's the truth. Like, if you could put a heavy set girl, she gonna put some pieces together. She gonna have her little cardigan. She gonna have her shirt. She gonna have her little belt. Her pants are gonna be cute. Her shoes are gonna match. A smaller woman, girl, they'll put on that motherfucking boy size tank top that you get from the little boy section. They throw that shit on with some J's and be like, "I'm a bad bitch. I'm cute. I'm Beyonce. You came to see Beyonce." Like, girl, you ain't got shit on. I'm happy you can afford fucking Dolce and Gabbana, but that's not dressing. That's not. And they try to say it's chic. Okay, it's chic because if it was chic, real chic designer clothing, they really like the chic stuff. And this is like, we're kind of going into the fashion thing, but I really want to say this. But when it comes to fashion, I hate people who plaster themselves in designer clothing and they say it's fashion when, like, the actual monogram of designers and brands, they make that shit for black people. No shade. Because the real luxury stuff, they don't want it to look like Burberry, Burberry, Burberry. They don't want, like, this is Louis Vuitton, this is Louis Vuitton. No. That's just that's just, they knew the consumer of the black people who want to show that they can afford this. So they create, have you noticed more of the cheaper designs are monogram? They're plastered in, like, embezzled of their brand. But if you look at Louis Vuitton's more expensive purses, they're plain bags. They're plain purses. They're plain suitcases. But guess who the folks got? Louis Vuitton this, Louis Vuitton that, Gucci this, Gucci that. Cause no, who the fuck want to pay fucking $3,000? You didn't know what the fuck the bag is. You couldn't tell if this shit was motherfucking from Ross or TJ. But then they say it's, then smaller ones like it's chic. It's chic, girl. No, you just a walking band-aid worth of designs. That's it. Um. Okay. So now we are going to get into the more, personable. If you feel comfortable comedy, please comment. This is a safe space. I always have to tell y'all this is a safe space because it's different when you hear it from the host. Do you feel like you've been judged for having standards because you're plus size? And feel free to ask me questions during this time frame because, I have questions just in case nobody has anything to say. And, guys, feel free. They'll get pinned. Yes, so the question is, and repeat again, do you feel like you've been judged for having standards because you're plus size? I said I have, hands down. Like, I get judged all the time for having, like, the most, I wouldn't say like the most basic standards. Like, I'm a type of person, like, if a man wants to take me out on a date, I don't pay for the first date. I don't pay for any dates, to be honest. But that's depending on the damn day. No shade. I'll put my money up. If I want to do something, your money low, I don't mind putting my money out. But like, I don't pay. I don't pay for dates. I feel like as a man, as a gentleman, not necessarily that you should be able to take care of me. I don't know nobody that's no penny pincher. Simple as that. My standard is I don't like men that are like obsessed with like size. I feel like I will count in the conversation how many times you will refer to my size before I kind of just be like, this is not going to work. And I'll tell you. I'll tell you, you mentioned my size this time, this time, this time. Makes me feel uncomfortable because why are we always referring back to my weight? We could be talking about the motherfucking sun, the birds, and the bees, and you talking about you somehow direct the conversation about some fucking weight. No, I don't date men that don't have no car. Say it ain't so. I ain't picking you up, pimp. Don't know what to tell you. I'm not doing it. The responses that I get from men that don't meet my standards is that, oh, you too big. You should be happy a motherfucker like me talking to you because ain't nobody want you and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, that's just you deflecting your rejection. And that's just really be most of it. It be just them deflecting the rejection. I don't know. I feel like as a plus size one, I've been rejected a lot. I've been indirectly rejected. I've been reject, rejected and had no plan intended. Like the amount of like no plan intended rejection, that rejection kind of hit me a little different because it's like, how the fuck you gonna reject me? And I wasn't even thinking about you. Like you already, how did you opt out to something that I wasn't even trying to even pursue? Like, damn, you gave me a no, and I wasn't. You telling me no, I'm not even in line. I'm not even in line. You already saying no. What the fuck? No. Men expect plus size women to cook for them and take a mom's role. You know what? I gotta sit my phone down. I do not like that plus size women are automatically thrown into the nurturing role. In the nurturing role, I hate it. I hate it, and I just feel like why some men have the standard of women should be housewives. Those men are different. Those men want everybody to cook and clean. Them men, the men that just be like, you know what, you need to cook and clean. Like some men won't. Just some there's a handful of them. It's more than the 1%. But the men that not even a part of that would accept somebody who is a smaller statue, that don't know how to cook, that don't know how to clean, that don't do nothing but sit around and look pretty, and then they come over to the plus size side and they just feel like you're supposed to make a house a home. Why are you forcing me into the nurturing like bubble of things? Because it's like you want to feel confiscated. Not confiscated, I can never say this enough words word if I can't fucking say. Comp Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Is it? It's not confiscated. It's compensated. Child, a little dyslexic. Confiscated. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna keep saying it. But they want to feel, that since you're big, this is what I should receive in return. I'm accepting you for being plus size. So in return, I expect this from you because you're heavy set. There is a stereotype that plus size women are nurturing or homebodies. Like, no, love, we be outside. I'll be outside to the wheels for life. Thank you. Yes, it's just like because the stereotype is that like we feel so low about ourselves to the point where we just barricade ourselves in the house. What? Like I'm supposed to be a homebody. Like we don't want to be seen. And I just feel like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't like women. I'm gonna talk about our people. I'm gonna talk about our people, plus size women. I don't like plus size women. We're gonna save this topic for another day. I don't like plus size women that have quote unquote more flattering body types or are voluptuous in different areas and they feel like they're a part of the elite group of big bitches. What? Because it's like you have women that, oh no, I just sit in the house and I don't do this. But then let somebody go out and be in a fishnet one piece with some heels on, stilettos, pumps in the club. Then it's like, that's not flattering. Why is she wearing that? Like, what? Big is big, period. I have ran through that when I was younger where it's just like, it'll be a heavyset girl, big like me. You know, she got a little more. And it was just like, I'm an elite big girl. I'm elite. Like, I just was like, how are you an elite big girl? Like, bitch, you big. What? Like, I'm so confused. Like, if it is over 5 pounds, it's over 5 pounds. I don't understand. But go off. And it's just kind of like, it's for the heavier set woman that don't really kind of feel that confidence within themselves. They get thrown in that category of you a homebody, you're a nurturer, you need to be at home because you just so good for the house. And then it's like when you got the women who are like, I'm outside, I'm turned up, I'm lit. We're the 304s. We're the wannabe seen. We didn't get enough love at home. We don't wear clothes that are flattering. It's like we get put down on both ends. It's like if you feel good about yourself and you go out and you're not gonna meet your husband in the house. Some of y'all do on this internet. Most of us not. So it's just kind of like, don't feel like you have to barricade yourself to be some homebody. These bitches ain't homebodies. They be out there at brunch and mimosas. Like what? Like it ties into society's body standards of how people use the word thick, and it is. I feel like people have misinterpreted the word thick so bad, and it's our generation because it's like just thinking about like early 2000 body types. Like when did Coke bottle shape turned into thick? Like when, like, cause it's like back in the day in the 2000s, they didn't want nobody, shaped like they was in KOD. Like they wanted to be shaped like Sierra, slim, tall, nice hour body glass. That wasn't thick. Nothing our body shaped was thick, and very much you call somebody thick, you call somebody big bone. That was a big girl. That wasn't no. That wasn't no girl. That was right. Like no, no. But then again, society has, and this is where I feel like it becomes a women thing. Societies have put on so much pressure on women that women are altering their natural bodies into these idea bodies and they're making fucking names for them and feel like you should look like this. That bitch didn't look like this. That bitch made herself look like this. Because if you look at her, when she was in high school, when she in middle school, she wasn't shaped like that. She got her body done. She got her body altered. And it's like, I wish we had more women that do surgery to themselves. And I'm a cosmetic surgery girl. Like I love it. I'm into it. I think you should do what you want to do to make yourself beautiful. But what I don't like is that no one talks about why you even got that far. Like a lot of people get cosmetic. You're not, if you were really so secure and so into your body, you wouldn't want to alter it. If you genuinely fell in love with your body and you genuinely loved everything about your body, you wouldn't change it. That's like altering your fucking 1970 Impala cherry red with a little bedazzle, with the gold rims. You're not gonna alter that shit. You're gonna keep it the same. Why? I like it just like this. Why would I change it? I'm gonna keep shining it up, keep it up. But I like it like this. No, what happens is that women that are smaller are also teased. Okay? They're also teased. They get teased for not being shaped a certain fucking way. So then they end up going to the doctor and they get their bodies done. And now they all that in a bag of chips. And that's just what it is. And I feel like for a plus size woman, it's a lot of work that you gotta have to be done in your body because you got weight, you got more, a bigger map. But it's just the fact that like we are trying to fit ourselves into the standard of what people feel like a plus size woman should look like. There's no idea of what a person should look like because there are hella people in the world. There's hella people in the world. We can't sit here and have an idea. You can have an idea of somebody that you want to be with, but it's like out of everybody you meet, it's gonna be one in every motherfucking thousand. You get somebody that's gonna meet your fucking body type of what you want. Simple as that. I just genuinely just don't understand. But it's just like it all falls into, it falls back into the conversation of just, you know, having standards. Um, so when we are talking about, tough conversations, these are one of the conversations. They're not as tough as the other ones may be, but it's just this is your daily reminder that the world has standard and the world has fucking preference. Let's start there. Every aspect of the world, from here to there, from them to them to you. So you don't let nobody else make you withhold your preference, withhold your standard, because society are going to inflict them on you, whether you fucking like it or not. So you either get in where you fit in, or you fall by the late waistline, complaining of what you should have, would have, could have done. So if that's how you want to live your life, you stand on that. You want to be a crop top with the rollout? You wear the crop top with the motherfucking rollout. Period. Let's keep it real. The girlies on 600 Pound Life have partners. You can find a person. And that is totally true. Like, big plus size women are not single. Like, let's just be honest. A lot of women are single because the pool of men is in hell. Let's start there. But as far as plus size women, it's not, and they well taken care of. Because them women on 600 Pound Life, they don't work a goddamn job. When I tell you, Bob and them be rolling them on that wheelchair, rolling them in that SUV, driving them around, rolling them into that damn motherfucking buggy cart at the store, walking around throwing shit in the cart. Problem free. Problem fucking free. So you don't let nobody you don't let nobody make you feel less about yourself. You don't let nobody do none of that. Because what's for you will be for you. God, I don't know if y'all all religious in here, but I love the good Lord. The good Lord Himself gonna keep me blessed and well. So it's like what's for you is gonna be for you. And don't take it as if that motherfucker wasn't supposed to be your partner, that motherfucker wasn't supposed to be your partner. And if you single for a while, you need to learn yourself. You need to learn to love yourself. You need to invest your mind to something more than just a man or a woman, whatever you do in your free time. And that's just really what it is. Um, Also, I want to make a small little announcement. Yo, girl made it to 10K, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but if you're here and you're new and y'all been with a bitch, we made it 10K. So officially, a bitch is a fucking influencer. Like, oh my god, like what? Y'all bitch want to hear me talk like that? Like, yes, like oh my god, I just want to say, I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about it. I am so grateful. Okay, I am so grateful that y'all have been rocking with me. Like, real talk, I started TikTok September of 2025 when I lost my fucking job. Literally, September 5th of 2025, I was laid the fuck off, friend. I lost my job. I had bills to pay. So I was seeing, motherfuckers was on the net with it. So I was like, I'm on here. I ended up finding two jobs, getting hired at two different places, and like grew from there. Like grew, just grew. And I just love that y'all fuck with me. Like, it ain't no money, ain't no gifts in the world can make me just not like be so grateful that y'all fuck with me for real. Cause it's like y'all fuck with me, for the laughs, for the talking shit, for the advice, for the stories, for the cooking, to the podcast. Like, I appreciate y'all so much, and I have so many things planned and installed. They didn't get a wrong bitch. They didn't get a wrong bitch platform. Cause baby, I'm gonna do good by it. I'm gonna do good for it and do good by it. I got friends. I'm booking busy. I am booked and fucking busy, y'all. Like, I have so much stuff that I have coming out for you guys. Like, I want to do meet and greets and like all the shit. I got so much stuff rolling out, literally. So if y'all join the podcast and y'all part of the podcast, we gonna keep it rolling, gonna keep it going every week. But by September, we gonna have some extra stuff rolling out. We gonna branch off a little extra from, because I have something special for the Big Girl Radio. I got something special for y'all, and I'm working on it. And I'm hoping if everything goes as planned, we'll be able to launch. What is the first Thursday of September? I know it's on her. The first Thursday of September is the 3rd. So y'all better stay motherfucking tuned, man. Cause when I tell you I got some good stuff. But that concludes our second best episode. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I thank you guys and I thank everybody for coming, joining, participating. Rather it was a hot second, a long second. I appreciate y'all just being here. Because this takes a lot of work to get up on this thing. This ain't no joke. But I'm happy, I'm still gonna be here. Rather we got 5 people, 4 people, 3 people, 2 people. We gonna rock out. So that concludes the Big Girl Radio. And I hope to see you guys next time. Make sure you like, make sure you repost, make sure you reshare. Also, take a look at my content if it's your first time here. Definitely go ahead and check out my page. Get acquainted. Because, baby, if this is your new home, friend, Beats, come on now. Come on now, join the party. Join a friend group. And I also want to give a shout out to my friends that slide through. I want to get a shout out to my friend Kai on here. I want to get a shout out to Muffins. I want to get a shout out to Pound Cake. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow my girls. Happiness at the end. Make sure you go ahead and check out Is Meech the Clips. Y'all get acquainted with one another and follow each other. Like, that's how networking works. Follow each other, get to know each other. You never know where your content home may be. There's nothing wrong with having more than one content home. Well, all right, y'all have a great Thursday. It's the end of y'all week. All right, finish strong and have a great night. Bye.